All right, we are live. I'm sharing this out, testing the audio. Let's see what we get. Testing the audio. Let's see what we get. Okay, audio's pretty good. Just tweeted out. Seeing who's gonna jump in here. Just playing a little Godfall. Chopping it up with you guys. Sour Kush, what's up, my brother? Man, on that Sour Kush, what's good? Wait till some more people come in here. We're gonna talk about some topics. Talk about some games. Talk about state of play. Barry, what's good? What's good? Hey man, Starfield. The problem with Starfield is I don't think anybody knows what kind of game that's gonna be. I mean, I literally know nothing about that game. I don't. I think a couple of years ago we seen some stuff as far as like a trailer. But honestly, we don't know what that's gonna be. A space RPG? I mean, will it be more like the Outer Worlds? You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a lot of space crap. So I don't know. It's supposed to be a big name title, big blockbuster AAA. We'll see. I think it's gonna be some good. Think it's gonna do really good. I'm thinking a lot of Xbox guys think that Starfield is going to be exclusive and stuff like that. Bunny, what's up, sweetheart? Hope you had a good day today. Yeah, so I don't know what Starfield is going to be. I mean, we should see soon. Supposedly that game is going to be dropping this year. Nah, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Uh, Appreciate that, Mortal Black, my brother. Yeah, no one knows what Starfield is. I know a lot of Xbox dudes are capping for it, but let's face it, that shit can come out to be Fallout 76. Exactly, Bunny. I mean, until we've seen something, I'm still not. I'm gonna be honest. I I know a lot of people are hyped for Hellblade. I think that game is probably gonna be great, but we haven't seen anything. I know people are saying, "Well, we seen gameplay." That was not gameplay. That was a freaking CGI trailer. Like, stop it. I think guys get hyped on the CGI trailers, and they don't want to admit to themselves that it's not gameplay, and they hope that it ends up looking like that. But 9 times out of 10, it never does. Uh, Big example: Halo Infinite. Y'all remember they showed that Slipstream engine video with the warthog in the background and the guys walking and stuff like that? DDP, hey, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about State of Play tomorrow. I'm gonna let you know my thoughts on it. But yeah, a lot of people were saying Well, Halo Infinite, that's great. We saw gameplay, and then eventually we saw Craig. Raid was good, my brother. What is good? So I'm a firm believer in saying wait till you see something. At least see some kind of gameplay. If you haven't seen gameplay, then hey Barry, listen. As much as I want a new Metal Gear to come out, a remake, I think it's in the works. I've been told some stuff. I just don't think a random state of play is going to produce that. I think it's going to be a bigger event because that's a bigger title. Sony would get better spread than just a regular Thursday. You just dropping some stuff like that. That's big event type stuff. That would be like an E3 type event. I hear you, man. Hey, man, I'm always ready to play some Godfall, man. Me and Porter Rock was playing not too long ago. Um, so if you want to run it, man, just let me know. Hey, Fernando. Hey, we're gonna talk about it, man. I actually think that they're gonna show some Horizon tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they're gonna show more Ratchet and Clank. They showed a lot of that game. That game is kind of sold to everybody already. So that's kind of where we are with that. Um, every event or every time something happens, people want to bring up Metal Gear and Silent Hills and some of the other stuff that was rumored. But we've been waiting for so long, man. I just can't just say that that's going to happen at this point. As far as like just a random weekend, a random week. Returnal, they showed a lot of Returnal, right? They showed a lot of Ratchet and Clank. I don't honestly think that they're going to spend a lot of time on those games because they've already kind of sold us on that stuff. They did say they were going to show some new IP, some update on some stuff. So I'd like to see Kena, right? We want to see some actual gameplay from Kena. Uh, I want to see that. Listen, again, keep in mind, bigger shows are going to be coming this year. A lot of people don't have a freaking PS5; they can't get their hands on one. So if Sony, I'm gonna be honest, that's true, Bunny. I can't wait. But if Sony comes out tomorrow and show like some really big stuff, I honestly think it will be a wasted opportunity. Not that I don't want them to show it. Yo, Glorious War, what's good? What's good? Uh, I do think again we're gonna get bigger updates on what's going on with the IPs that they already showed us, right? What what's up with Final Fantasy 16? What's up with Project Athia? What's up with Kena? What's up with you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I'm not gonna go on the limb and say, who knows? We know Gran Turismo was delayed until 2022, which I'm highly disappointed of, but I understand it. COVID is out there and everything else. You know, I can't be that selfish. You see, Final Fantasy VII Remake 2. I think there's a big possibility they're going to show that. Um, The Last of Us 2 factions, right? There's a big possibility of that. I don't think Sony's going to show a bunch of new stuff because they have at least 20 IPs of updates that they need to, they need to show us something on. Man, listen, I think a lot of us can hope and pray that they show Starfield. Some tell me that Starfield that is going to be a much bigger show type showing. Come on in my world. Hey, stranger things have happened, right? They could. Now I saw a rumor on Twitter. I think it's fake, but Kena and some other games being part of PlayStation Plus. I don't know. Hey, Final Fantasy VII free tomorrow? I don't think so. But stranger things have happened. I did not think that Destruction All Stars would be in PlayStation Plus for free. They were charging $70 for that game. So that's why I say it. Stranger things have happened. Nobody expected that. Nobody knew that. Immortal Black. No, man. Like, that was supposed to be a first quarter game, according to Sony, right? So I honestly thought that game was coming, True, Bunny. But here's the thing, right? I was reading that Jim Ryan interview, and I honestly think that smaller games like that, the indie type games, Kena and stuff, I think that's a great proposition for PlayStation Plus. Think about it. That in itself will bring more of those subscribers. Sony already said they had 94 million PlayStation Plus subscribers. That's $65 a pop. Now, how much is Game Pass? Maybe, Sony don't have a Game Pass type service, but maybe PlayStation Plus is there, is something that they can leverage to bring people not only to PlayStation, but to get them to sign up for the service. Not only can you do your regular stuff, but hey, we actually drop good games, right? Look at Games for Gold. You pay for Xbox Live, and you get shitty games. But with PlayStation Plus, they can leverage as, hey man, you get some new next generation IPs. You get some, you get a lot of other free perks. I'm gonna go out on a limb, right? Let's say this. What if Sony says, hey look, MLB, the show, let's say 2022, let's say next year, right? The next iteration, not this year. But let's say they say, okay, that game is going to be part of PlayStation Now. Do y'all think that could be plausible? Think about it. They're going to make money off of Microsoft, and they're gonna make money off of I don't know if MLB is coming to PC, but eventually I think it will. But again, they're Sony IPs. Those are their games. They get to say what comes to PlayStation Plus. They get to say, true, Bunny. MLB is going everywhere. So you know how like Xbox games go to Game Pass day and date, and so the Xbox dudes don't have to. They don't have to buy the games. What if Sony start doing that with PlayStation Plus? As long as you subscribe, but what they already kind of do that. But I mean, as far as like putting some better games, not your God of Wars and stuff like that, but y'all know what I mean. Some titles that are not too big and not too small, Lincoln Clay, my brother, what's good? Hey man, you already know I was devastated when I heard the GT7 news. Oh, uncompetitive, without a doubt, brother. Without a doubt. We got VR2 coming, and with that added power, we're definitely going to have Gran Turismo 7. I think most likely it's going to be launching day and date with the PSVR 2. What if Gran Turismo 7 is included with every PlayStation VR 2? Right? That would be great. That's free game. And that's the system seller. That's Sony's biggest IP ever. Gran Turismo, highest selling. Fall Guys, yep, that's a good one. And guess what? Everybody named Mama play Fall Guys. That was a great thing. I still think Destruction All Stars that was the way to go. They added more modes and some more stuff. They're gonna keep that game going. So I think that's a great thing. Fatal Mephisto, my brother, what's good? Cheek, exactly. Pathless and stuff like that, right? Hey, Lincoln Clay. Hey, it's without a doubt, man. That game is going to support VR. We know it. That's not even in question. If GT Sports supports VR, there is no way that GT7 won't. And now with the added power, we know they're going to have full grid VR support. Now multiplayer VR support. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, even right now, if I can play, if I can race with my homies in Gran Turismo Sport in VR, I mean, shit, I would. That would be right up my alley. I mean, we got State of Play, right? What do I think they're gonna have there? Again, I think they're gonna have Kina. I think I don't think they're gonna show much of Ratchet and Clank anymore. They showed us like a 20-some minute demo of the game previously. It's already so. Black Frost, what's good, my brother? Hope you good, man. Hope everything going good. Hey, The Last of Us 2. If I'm just waiting on that patch, man. That next gen patch. But hear me out when I say this stuff, right? I know everybody was going crazy early in the week about the whole Days Gone going to PC and stuff like that. Here's my thoughts on it. It's an older title. Sony has gotten all the money that they're going to get, Black Frost, I appreciate it. We're doing much better, man. We got power and water and stuff, so we good, brother. Yeah, but I think, they got all the money that they possibly can out of that game, out of Days Gone, right? No more people is buying that game for the most part. So Sony said, well, look, instead of just letting this shit just sit here and die and us moving on, we're going to make a sequel, but we also want to expand our fan base, put this game on PC and make that money. You know what I'm saying? And let's face it, if it's a good game, if it's an older game, like Horizon Zero Dawn, went to PC. So PC got, but it went to PC like 2 or 3 years after the game had already been out. So it got its run of the legs and everything like that, right? So if Sony put it on PC, you'll get the PC guys to bite. They'll play it. They'll be like, "Oh man, this is dope," and they're going to be looking forward to the sequel. Well, guess what? They're not going to be willing to wait another 2, 3 years for the sequel to come to PC. So more than likely, they're going to buy a PlayStation 5, right? Play the sequel there. And let's face it, PC was a great alternative to the consoles. I mean, it was really great, right? You got to play in 60 frames plus. You got your 4K, your 1440p, and all the bells and whistles, right? But now these next generation consoles have kind of closed that gap so much, right? Where you get your PlayStation 5 or X Series X, and your games are running 4K or 120 and 60 frames a second. So it's harder for a lot of people to try to justify spending $2,000-3,000 for a PC. And I'm just being honest. I'm talking about the masses, not the diehards, not the people that consistently spend $1,000 for video cards every 6 months just to have 200 frames in Dota and World of Warcraft. I'm not talking about those people. PC to me personally, right? And I'm a PC gamer. Is looking it's not looking so appealing these days. I got my 4K 60. I got that already, right? I got my 120 frame support on a lot of these games. Barry, what's up? What you mean? What happened to Sick? I talked to Sick the other day. Everything was okay. I saw him on Twitter. If y'all know something I don't know, let me know. Yeah, again, I don't mind the older games. I really don't. I don't have a problem with that at all. God of War, I do believe God of War 1 is coming to PC, as it should. It's a it was released in 2018. I mean, that shit is free in the PlayStation collection, right? So they basically giving it away. Why not put that on PC and make some more change? Guess what? We got the sequel coming. If I can get a sequel at the same time that shit go to PC, what would it matter to me? I'm playing the sequel. I'm not playing the old one, right? And I get the argument. We don't want PlayStation, right? We don't want PlayStation to be Xbox. I understand that. But that doesn't have to happen. You know what? Shit. Oh man, his account's suspended? I don't know if it's suspended or if he just shut it down for a while, take a break. Sometimes people do that. Sometimes you need a detox from Twitter and all the bullshit, He runs a very successful YouTube channel and stuff like that, and sometimes this shit can get overwhelming, man. Dealing with the bullshit. No lie. Sometimes we all need breaks. When you're dealing with a bunch of morons, all day, it's good to get away sometime. Yeah, I think he okay, man. He gonna be back. He don't really be saying the wild shit to get banned or blocked or anything, so. I'm gonna be honest. I was told a while back that Sony had already acquired Blue Point. It was a done deal. They were just waiting for the right time to announce it. So again, take that with a grain of salt. That was just somebody, more to black. Yeah, yeah, a lot of time, most of the time we just bullshitting on Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that, just jokes. But this state of play, man, it came at the right time because a lot of people were down, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but this is what PlayStation did. They woke up that morning, they announced PSVR 2. They had everybody like, "Oh man, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about." Then they turned around and announced that Days Gone is going to PC. Then everybody's like, boo. Then they turned around and said, okay, by the way, we're going to have State of Play on Thursday. And then everybody's like, yay! You see what I'm saying? One thing I do like about Sony, and I said it before, is they know how to counteract some bad news with some good news. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you like Xbox. You just consistently getting bad news. Like we don't know when the next time a Xbox game will launch, will come out, right? We just don't know. Big facts, cheeks, chess, not checkers. Um, and let's face it, a lot of us, and I said it right. A lot of people forgot that they had already announced years ago that where it made sense, they were going to put some games on PC on the older titles. They already said that, but every time they do it, it seems to be a fresh wound, Uncompetitive. Yeah, you're right. GT7 being delayed is bad news, but I I take that differently, right? Because they said they had to delay some games, much more than one, some games due to COVID, and that's totally understandable, right? If it's something, if there's look what happened with Cyberpunk. They pushed that shit out when it was not ready, and what happened to it? Would you really want your biggest franchise, highest selling franchise, to be put out there like that if it's not ready? And all these devs are working remotely? Stuff like that. Now, I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just saying, if a company uses that for an excuse, it's understandable because Cyberpunk is when we don't want Cyberpunk to happen, right? We just saw Cyberpunk. We do not want that to happen. I agree, uncompetitive. Forza 5 came out. Um, but here's the thing: they gave you GT Sport in the meantime. Well, I'm hearing that sometime this week, GT Sport is supposed to be getting an update, potential a PS5 update, and stuff like that. Some more cars and tracks. That's definitely plausible. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want them to release Gran Turismo in any other state than finished, done. What happened to Days Gone? They launched that game. While it's a great game, they launched it. They gave it to the reviewers in a unpatched state, so it didn't get the day one patch. They reviewed it based on the pre-patched game, and they gave it a 73 Metacritic. Everybody that plays that game will tell you it's a solid 85 any day, all day. But guess what? The developers, Sony being, they deserve the Metacritic score they got because they put their game in the hands of people in a unpolished state. I'm a big proponent. Don't do that. I agree, Lincoln. GT7 is a VR seller. It's a system seller on top of VR. So you got to understand the strategy behind a lot of these moves. I'm gonna be honest. As much as I love Astrobot and stuff like that, for a lot of people that wasn't a VR seller. You need a VR seller, and guess what? I'm gonna be honest. Gran Turismo 7 and stuff like that. Immortal Black, absolutely. A lot of people are fascinated with the corporations, not the games, right? If you're not asking your company where the game's at, and you're constantly praising executives, you have a problem. I could give two shits about Jim Ryan, Herman Hulse, or anybody else over at Sony. I care about the bangers. Give me the games and get out of my way. That's why I love it. I love it when Sony come out there and say, enough from us. Let us show the games. Let the games do the talking. That's music to my ears. Fernando, yeah, I agree. Astrobot is a game changer. I definitely agree. But what I'm saying is, for people that haven't played VR, how are they gonna know that Astrobot was a great game? You know what I'm saying? How are they gonna know? It was a new IP. You have to. VR is one of those things you can't show people. People have to. What do you call it? They have to experience it. People have to experience it. People have to experience it. D Vader, hey man, I'm gonna be honest. I could care less. I don't want those guys. Not saying I don't want those guys on my podcast. I just because they couldn't answer the questions that I would have for them. 100% of my questions would be about games. I care less about where they moving to next and who they hiring. I could care less. I'm gonna ask them specifically about games I care about. Hey, are you guys making the Silent Hill? Are you gonna have a Metal Gear remake? When do you think we can get GT7? What about a PS Vita 2? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask them the questions that real gamers really want. I don't want them to sit here and fucking chit chat and tell me about how the sky is blue and rose petals smell good. I don't care about that fluff. That's other podcasts. I let them do that. If you're not here to tell me about the games and potential games that's coming, I don't want you on my podcast. What are you there for? I don't do that type of fan service. I could care less, man. Show me the bangers and get out of my way. Uncompetitive. Listen, there's a way to confirm or deny, right? There is a way to confirm or deny. They can wink. They can nod. They can do a gesture or something like that. Like it's ways, they can say maybe. You know what I'm saying? We'll take a lot from that. I just hate when guys interview these execs and they don't ask the right questions, the questions that gamers really want to know. They fluff around like they're buddies and stuff like that. You're not my friend. You're not my homie. I don't care less. I don't get none of this shit for free. Get out of my way. I'll have your cash ready when the game drop. That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? I got a bag of money. I'm ready to drop at your doorstep the moment these bangers are done. That's it. Give me my games and get out of the way. When is God of War Ragnarok? Is which one is coming first? Horizon Forbidden West or God of War Ragnarok? Stuff like that. I want to know the truth. Is Ahsoka in the work? Is it really? For all these rumors, is it really Ahsoka in the work? I would love it. I know you guys would love a new Sokum. Did you guys acquire Blue Point? You know what I'm saying? Where's the Last of Us 2 factions at? What's up with that? Where is Naughty Dog's second game, the Uncharted replacement? What's up with that? Those are the questions that I would ask, guys. Hey, from what I understand, we are done with 1080p games in 30 frames a second. Only if you have an Xbox Series S are you getting 1080p 30. I don't think PS5 have any 1080p 30 games. Now, you know, I know a lot of people bring up those backwards compatibility games, but those are old games up to the developer to unlock it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that the system can't do it. I would love to have Drive Club at 60 frames a second in 4K, but that developer is done. They out of business. That shit ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Listen, the original VR launched at $399. It did. I was a day one adopter. I thought it was a great price for what I got, but the mainstream is not going to pay that. Not without any, you know, compelling games to push you to it. Gran Turismo 7 absolutely would be that game for the racers, but there's a lot of people that are not racing fans, right? So what do? If you're not a racing fan, how do they sell you on VR? They gotta have more than, you know, they gotta have, let's say Call of Duty. Come on, suckers. Woo! Take those, suckers. You know what? VR is good. It's not for everybody because just a lot of people are not going to spend. I'm gonna get into that, Vader. A lot of people. Oh man, uncompetitive. Yes, Half-Life Alyx. Hey, it's like almost guaranteed at this point. Half-Life Alyx is going to be in VR for the PSVR 2. A lot of people are not going to spend the cost of a console on a peripheral, and that's what PSVR is. It's a peripheral. It's an accessory. I got you. Oh hell no! I hate when he level up like that. Shit. I hate when this motherfucker do that. Oh. Give me. There we go. Come on. Dodge. Get him. Dodge. Get him. Hey man, you get caught up in this game, some of these pre-bosses and stuff like that. Brian Carter, we finna get into it, man. I'm gonna tell you what I think is gonna happen. Damn, he got me. No. Damn, he got me. Um, I think they're gonna show Kina. They're gonna show. I want them to show Little Devil Inside. I'm very interested in that game. What else? I want them to show. I don't want to see Ratchet and Clank anymore. We've seen enough of that. We're sold on that. Um, they said they're gonna show you some new IPs. Hey, Godfall can be hard, man. You just gotta, if you play with, this is multiplayer, so you can play with up to 2 friends. That'll help you. But right now, I'm just talking. I'm not focusing. I'm just trying to, give you guys something to watch on the screen while I talk. Yeah, I've already beat this level and stuff like that. I think they're going to show a little bit about PSVR 2. We may be able to see like the new DualSense controllers for it, some accessories for it, maybe. But Jim Ryan did say that it's not ready yet. But let me destroy this motherfucker. Which, what else? What else? I think. I know they're gonna show some indies. I think they're gonna show Friday Nights at Freddy's. I don't think they're gonna show any MLB. But let's face it, most of us there just want to see the PS5 games. Take that, sucker. Sword to the head. That's how you do it. What else? I think. What else I think they're gonna show? And I'm trying to be realistic about this stuff. I'm not gonna go on the limb and say that they're gonna show you all of this because I still think it's too early. It's too early. A lot of people don't have, they don't have these consoles. You can't show all your shit when people can't get the consoles. There is another one of these things I need to go and crush. I think it's going to be a decent show. I don't expect them to show just some crazy shit. Who knows? We may see some Harry Potter. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff like that. But big facts, Perez. My brother wanted me to keep it foxy. He wanted me to go out there and say they finna pull a rabbit out of a hat. I think they're gonna say that stuff for like an E3 type event. I don't think they're gonna do that. They have so much stuff that they shown us that we don't know what the hell's going on with it. We don't have release dates for a lot of that stuff. So I'm just saying you got to keep that in mind. I don't see, was Harry Potter pushed back? I don't know. I don't know. But I ain't finna come out here and pull a RDX and tell you, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna do that. Hey, that motherfuckers come out there and tell you Game Pass coming to PlayStation. Really set this motherfucker off. That shit'll be crazy. I low key want that to happen just to see what kind of outrage we get from certain communities. Real talk. Y'all know I go out there and go crazy. PlayStation Nation got the real Game Pass, baby. I'll be all for it. Everybody, oh, this hypocrite. Hey, they would go crazy. Can you imagine? I'll be out there like, I told y'all Game Pass is the best thing ever. Hey, they'll definitely ban me. I wouldn't have no mercy. And then let's say, but one thing I want to have happen, I want PlayStation Now to be part of PlayStation Plus. I want them to just unify them and call it a day, you know? Because it doesn't look like there's just a lot of people that's really going to fuck with PlayStation Now or streaming, you know, streaming for that matter. What happened to xCloud? All these dudes went out and bought these Samsung phones. Ain't nobody playing that shit. Y'all remember that? I'm switching from iPhone to Android so I can play xCloud, play my games while I'm at the bus stop. Hey, Marcus Grant, do I think Halo will come to PlayStation? Phil Nim offered it to Sony. They offered to put Gears and Halo on PlayStation. Sony and Nintendo both turned it down. And I think the only reason they turned it down is because they're still fighting in the hardware arena. If Microsoft got out of the hardware market, those companies wouldn't mind having that. But they're not going to be fighting on the hardware front and the software front. You know, you can't, you know. Verge Brizzle, my man, he already beat Spider-Man. Any game I recommend. You know, listen, let me tell you what I have, right? Let me tell you what I have. These are my PlayStation 5 exclusives that I have. I have Demon Souls, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Sackboy Adventure, Godfall. Obviously, everybody has Sackboy. Never mind. I can't even go to my screen to show you the digital ones. My man post up. What are we doing here? I know, man. They still blaming my boy Terry Myerson and Dunny D. Ride 4 on PS5 is, man, it's freaking awesome if you love motorcycle racing, simulation racing. That's good. Get Dirt 5. It's a multiplayer, but get it on PlayStation 5. It runs the best there. 120 frames. I got World Rally Championship. I got Hitman 3. There's a ton of games, right? Godfall. This is a great game. Great game. Great playing with friends, even solo. The graphics is just it's second to none. You know, if you like, you know, it's a looter slasher. That's what it is. You know, you have that combat. You know, God of War style combat. You know, you can do all do all the different moves. You can level up. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff you can do. You got armor sets. So many weapons you can upgrade, and I mean, it's a lot of shit. If it's for you, you know, there's a lot of people love games like this. If you like, you know, the Destinies of the world, the Gearbox type games, then it's, you know, give it a try. Right now, it's actually $39. It's actually 39. Oh shit! This big motherfucker hit me and knocked me on my ass. Pause. I got some for you, sucker. How about this? Take this shield. Yeah. No, it's not like Warframe. It's not. This game is kind of hard to get into a category. You know, right, like right here. I'm show you this battle. I'm gonna plant my staff and I'm gonna whoop their ass. You know, you got different. I can change. You get access to 2 weapons at a time on top of your shield. Oh shit! Ah! Oh, you can when you parry. You can do a lot of different moves. I mean, it just really put it into overcharge, and you know, you just it's a RPG slash action looter, and it has big boss battles. I mean, these some big bad fucking bosses, man. These are the weapons that I decided to go with. I can throw my shield. I can just do a lot of different stuff. I can like go into rage mode and just kind of go ham. Destruction All Stars, you know, I'm pretty sure you played that. That's a good game playing with friends and stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff out here, right? I know everybody's waiting for the big blockbuster stuff. Some of that stuff is coming. You gotta put the console in people's hands, right? They ain't finna drop Grand Theft Auto 6 for next gen only if ain't nothing but 10 million people out in the wild have the consoles across both platforms. Yeah, ain't going that way. I don't feel like putting up that fight. I already beat this stage. I'm just collecting, just collecting shit. Tomorrow though, I hope Sony can pull it off. I know people already sent, a lot of people, oh, it's trash. Somebody created a list, right? They created this list saying, um, these are some leaked games and leaked stuff that they're gonna talk about. You know, it's all bullshit, but people take it and run with it. Ooh, I like this here. I'm gonna buy that. Dual blades, love those. Cool. Y'all see these armor sets right here? I can buy those. I can change into those. Yeah, I got Half-Life Alex for Oculus on the PC. One of the best VR games you can have, man. Uh, Listen, I think it's a 30-minute show. It's something better than nothing, man. A lot of people they just complain for the sake of fucking complaining. Like seriously, I'm like, you know, it's something that they randomly threw out there. Enjoy it, you know. I did, Chris. I did. I did. I did. All right, so some armor plates. I'm going to. Damn it! I should. I'm gonna copy my loadout. There you go. See, if I copy my loadout, I don't have to change